Hello, hello, and great evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to another sneak preview of the upcoming 2023 GASD experience. I am so excited and so elated about having you all to join me on tonight. So, whether you are watching this live or if you're catching this by replay, I just want to go ahead and invite you and implore you to like, comment, share, tag someone in the comments because it is about to go down. On tonight, I am here to give you another sneak preview into what you can expect at the upcoming 2023 GASD experience. So, you want to sit tight, fasten your seatbelts, and get ready to get a little preview of what you can expect at this experience on this year. So tonight, I do have a special guest that will be joining me to talk about and discuss what all will be going down at this year's GASD experience. But before I do that, I'm just going to stop really quick and go ahead and introduce myself to those of you who may be tuning in for the first time. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Chatney White, and I am the founder and CEO of Grown and Sanctified Divas Network, where my mission is to encourage, equip, as well as to empower women across the globe on how to not only become, but to also remain determined, inspired, virtuous, and anointed women of God, as well as to help push you towards fulfilling your kingdom assignment while living your best life now. So that is my mission, that is my mandate, and that is my mantle. And so, just in case for those of you that don't already know, when Sanctified Divas, DIVA is actually an acronym. It stands for Determined, Inspired, Virtuous, and Anointed Sisters. So when we talk about and we reference that word divas, in this aspect, we're not talking about it in the sense of what the world looks at or what the world calls a diva, right? Because we know that, in the natural sense or in the worldly sense, that word diva can have a negative connotation to it. But over here in Grown and Sanctified Divas Network, diva is actually, again, it stands for determined, inspired, virtuous, and anointed. Okay. So, what I want you to do if you're just now tuning in, make sure that you like, comment, share, and tag someone because we're getting ready to get into it and talk about and discuss what all will be going down at the GASD experience. And you're going to hear from one of the Diva Discussions panelists. She will actually be one of the panelists that will be on the Diva Discussions that will be one aspect of the GASD experience. So you'll hear from her, and you'll also get to hear her firsthand experience as well, as she has been a part of the GASD experience before. So again, I'm going to bring her on in just a few moments, but I want to also invite you to make sure that you stay until the end. Make sure that you stay until the end because before we get ready to close out and wrap up, I will let you know how you can get registered for this experience. Okay, so registration is only going to be open for a limited amount of time, so I don't want you to miss out. Don't want you to miss that window. So make sure that you stay tuned until the end, and you'll get all the information as far as how you can get registered for the GASD experience. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring Antoinette Bay, aka Miss Ann, up on the panel with me. So if you're tuning in live or even if you're watching the replay, again, make sure you like, comment, and share. I want you to go ahead and put some hand clap emojis in the comments and go ahead and welcome, without further ado, Miss Antoinette Bay.
Hey, 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 how are you?
Hey, I am doing wonderful, doing great, better than blessed. How about you? I'm so glad to have you on and have you joining me on tonight.
Yes, thank you so much. I am doing great. I absolutely have no reason to complain.
Awesome, awesome. I know that's right. No reason to complain at all. Like they say, every day above ground is a good day, right? So,
Yes.
but before we really get into it, so I want you to tell the people out there, tell the people out there, just kind of give a brief introduction about who you are. Who is Mrs. Ann for anybody who doesn't already know or hasn't, this is their first time hearing or knowing about you.
Yes, absolutely. As you stated, my name is Antoinette Bay, aka Mrs. Ann, and I am the visionary of Smack Talk, where SMAC stands for Sisters, Mothers, Aunts, and Cousins. And my mission is to affirm, confirm, mold, and motivate others to be all that we created to be.
Awesome, awesome. And tell them, so where are you from? Where are you hailing from?
Yeah, so I live in the cold state of Michigan. I am in Coloma, Michigan. Most people have never heard of our little town. We have a population of about 2,000, maybe a little bit more now. And so, but yes, I am from Coloma, Michigan, born and raised in Benton Harbor, Michigan, and just a little country girl.
Okay, all right. Well, y'all, don't let this little country girl fool y'all. As she said, she may be from the country, but she is definitely a force to be reckoned with, if I may say so myself. Okay, so Miss Ann is actually going to be one of the panelists on the Diva Discussions panel at the upcoming GASD experience. So I know that
Yes.
you've already told us that you are the founder and visionary of Smack Talk. But on top of that, Miss Ann is also a mother. She is a wife. She is a grandmother. She wears so many different hats, just like a lot of us do as women, right? And so I do have a few questions for you, Miss M. Before I get into that, let me just tell you all a little bit about the GASD experience. And first of all, why I decided to host and have this event, right? I don't look at this as just another event, just something else to do. This is not just about having just women just gathered just for another social event or social club or any of that, because we could do that any old time, right? And so Miss Ann, she's coming all the way from Michigan. I have, some people coming from other states. And so trust and believe, I'm not going to have people coming and traveling in from other states just to have a little, regular get together, social, shindig or whatever you may want to call it, right? This is about having a true transformational experience. All right, and
Yes.
encountering God on a whole nother level. Okay, so yes, are we going to have a time of socializing and fellowship? Yes. Will there be a time for you to network and get to know others? Yes. Will there be some fun activities involved? Yes. There will be raffle giveaways, door prizes, all that good stuff. Yes. We're going to have all of that stuff. But really, at the core of the GASD experience and what it is all about is for the women that will be coming to attend. I want them to truly have an experience like no other. I want them to experience what it truly means to be around, number one, to be around true women of God, true women of faith. Where it's an atmosphere where we are uplifting and encouraging one another, where there's not any cattiness or pettiness or backbiting or any of that. And I just wanted to really be a very nurturing and loving and laid back environment. But I also want people to walk away and say that they truly had an experience of what it truly means to be around a true woman of God, true woman of faith, true grown and sanctified divas, right? So we're going to be talking about, not just, looking the part but being the part, as they say, not just talking the talk but walking the walk, right? And so there's going to be a mixture of so many different things, but really ultimately what it's all about is you being able to come out and experience, number one, what it truly means to be a grown and sanctified diva, and that you, and when you walk away from this experience, from being a part of this event, that you're going to be fully, not only fully empowered, but equipped on a whole nother level to be able to push any further, push a lot further when it comes to your spiritual journey and your spiritual walk. Okay, you're going to be able to lift that bar, lift that standard even higher, and know that you have the tools and the capability and the support to be able to do it. So that's really what the GASD experience is all about. And so it's really, honestly, it really is so hard to put into words. And like, I know it can sound kind of a little bit a cliche in a sense, but really it's something that you truly have to experience, because words is not really, enough words that I can really use to describe it, as far as in a concise in a condensed manner. It's truly something that you want to be able to come out and experience, because I promise you don't want to hear about it. You want to be a part of it. You want to be about it and make sure that you get in the room. That's all I can say, is that you will want to get in the room, because it truly is going to be something that's going to be indescribable. So what I want to do, Miss Ann, so we are going to be having a Diva discussions panel, right, at the GASD experience. And I don't want to get too much into what we're going to be talking about during the discussion panel, but just to kind of give everybody a little taste, right? So tell me, just in your own words, what do what do you believe it to be a kingdom woman?
Absolutely. And it's funny you asked me that question here today because literally just last night I was thinking about the concept of the fact that Christians today don't look like what Christians used to back when we were kids growing up, and though, I'm a little bit older than you, but even, in our era of growing up. And so for me, what it really now, right now, looking at how people carry themselves, what it really means for a person to be kingdom minded, or a woman to be a kingdom minded woman, is really in how she carries herself, right? And so we know that as it relates to how we dress and different things like that, women are not walking around with the dresses down to their ankles and the shirts up to their necks anymore, right? Because I think we probably
Right.
finally identified with the fact that how we dress is not all inclusively of being kingdom minded, right? And so it's really about how you carry yourself,
Right.
how you walk, how you talk, but more importantly, how you think. The Bible tells us that we have to be changed by the renewing of our minds. And so in order to be kingdom minded, you got to have a change of mind. You got to have a change of mind before you can have a change of heart. And until the mind and the heart lines up together, people can talk about being a Christian all they want to. You can talk about being kingdom minded. You can talk about being a kingdom woman all you want to. But if the mind hasn't changed, then you're just another individual.
Right, exactly. I totally agree. It's definitely is not about, it doesn't have anything to do with, how you dressed, whether you have skirts down to your ankles, or you wearing turtleneck shirts, or whatever the case may be, or whether you, what some people may consider, a dress or a skirt too short, or a shirt that's showing a little skin, and that person could be more kingdom minded than somebody, wearing a skirt down to their ankles. So again, we
Absolutely.
can't, just judge and look slow and look just solely on the outward appearance, as we know, because the outward appearance, it can be deceiving, right? And so that's why we know that in the word it says, man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. And so even though we're not able to really see the heart of a person, as just being, human beings and in this flesh, but we are to, judge the tree by the fruit that it bears, right? And so if you look
Absolutely.
at the fruit that a person is bearing, I'm talking about in their life across the board, that's going to give you a lot of indication as to, okay, is this person truly kingdom minded, or are they just, religious, in a sense, because that's a really vast and
Right.
a really big difference. All right. And just want to stop really quick and say hello to Nika. Thank you so much for joining us. She is also going to be one of our panelists that will be joining us at the GASD experience. So thank you so much for hopping on. But that is so true. So tell me, what do you believe is is missing, just as a whole in the body of Christ, that would be able to further help, let's say, women out there that are Christians or may be saved, but they may be considered baby Christians in a sense, or new in their walk, or new in their faith. What do you believe is missing that will help them to be able to truly walk their walk out a little better, a little stronger?
Um, I think there was a delay there. You said a little better, a little stronger, and then you went out.
Okay, yeah, there is a slight delay. I do apologize about that. So basically, yeah, that was the end of the question that I asked. Basically, what do you think? Um, if you do think there is anything missing that could help, new Christians or baby Christians, babes in Christ, when it comes to helping those to be able to walk out their salvation, a little better and a little stronger. And do you think it has a lot to do with the a portrayal of what's going on as far as what is accepted more and what is not? Speak to that a little, and what are your thoughts on
Absolutely.
that?
So, you know, and I've kind of touched on this, with you before when we were doing the Grown and Sanctified Diva Academy. I always say this, not just because, we were accountability partners, but just because, I've gotten to know you on a personal basis. And I always tell you, we need more Chinese in the world. Like, we need more of you. We need more platforms such as Grown and
Hmm.
Sanctified Diva, the Academy, as well as, Grown and Sanctified Diva Network, just as a whole. And I think the missing component is, I mean, there are several things that are missing, but I think one of the primary things that we are missing are the good examples. We're missing the authenticity. Um, in light of social media, in light of coaching, there's a lot of us that are coaches, and I know personally myself, I tried to get away from using the word authenticity because authenticity is no longer authentic, right? And so,
Right.
in looking at the purity, the genuineness, and that's the word that I like to use now, is we need more people to be genuine. We need people to be the real them, not some individual that's pretending to be something that they're not. Funny thing today. We have this learning challenge going on my job, and I was listening to this video, and the gentleman that was doing the teaching was talking about this syndrome of being the author and not the actor. And so, as it relates to just everyday life, we need people to that are willing to step up and be the author and not the actor. Stop pretending to be something that they're not. And just be their real selves. I oftentimes say, you'll see me go live, you'll see me, pop on social media, and I just on a natural, I'm not a makeup person. I don't wear makeup. You're going to get the real me. You're going to get who I am on an everyday basis. I even struggled when I was writing my book, the pictures that I had to take for my book cover, because I'm like, I don't wear makeup. And so, but for the photos, I had to put on makeup. And so, but I had to do that very lightly because I'm like, I want the real me to protrude. And so, as it relates to, like I said, social media, we have to have more people that are willing to be genuine and to really talk about who they are, because I think that that's the missing component and the reason why there's such a huge misconception on what it means to be that grown and sanctified diva. Like you said, diva can be looked at as a negative connotation, but when you look at being determined, inspired, virtuous, and anointed, those components take you first and foremost being genuine. And if you can't be genuine, if you can't say, yo, I struggle, and of course, this is going a little bit deeper, but if you got a single female, for example, and she struggles with pornography, right? Because that's real. If she struggles with
That's real.
pornography,
Yeah.
but she's a woman of God, she's in the church. Well, if she can't be real, you know what I'm saying? You getting ate up by this demon because you can't be authentic, right? So
Right.
that's what it's going to take is women stepping up and saying, yo, we struggle, we have some issues. And then, like I was sharing yesterday on my live, is encouraging people to say, you know what, in your walk, in your journey, keep going, don't quit, because you got to press and expect success.
Right, exactly. And I agree. And you're 100% right when you were talking about as far as being authentic. There's a lot of people, speaking and talking about being authentic, but in all actuality, they're not being their authentic selves. They're showing us, the version of what they want us to see on social media. And so
Absolutely.
you're right. We have to be able to come to ourselves and be real and true and honest. And let me just tell y'all, okay, at the GASD experience, when it comes to for the deeper discussions panel, we're gonna be getting real, we're gonna be keeping it relevant, and yes, we may get a little raw, not too raw, but you know what I mean. So if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're gonna get. Okay, we keeping it all the way real, all the way 100, and that's what it's gonna be. When it comes down to not just the deeper discussions panel, but just the whole experience as a whole. So yes, when you step out or when you go anywhere, you want to put your best foot forward because you are not only representing yourself, but if you're a woman of God, a woman of faith, you're also representing God in everywhere, in everything you do, and everywhere you go, right? And so, but you're going to get the real authentic me, okay? The real Chatney White. Okay, so yes, I may be a little dressed up. I may have on some makeup because that's just, me. I like makeup. But Miss Ann, like she just said, she's not a makeup person. That's not her, and that's fine. So nobody's saying you got to come all, glammed up and glitzed out. When you come to the GASD experience, come as you are. If you like to be casual. Now be cute and casual now. And I think I'm gonna just leave it at that because most of y'all should know what I mean. Okay. You want to be cute and casual, but you don't have to be fully dressed up like you're going to church. If that's how you want to dress, then dress that. If you want to, wear some jeans and a nice, cute top and some sneakers, hey, do you. I don't have anything against that. There is no, dress code at the GASD experience except for, of course, just be cute and casual and please be respectful. That's all. So of course we shouldn't see nobody coming up in there no you know flip flops and baby suit and all that. But I think you all get my drift. You all get the drift, right? So but really, and that's one of the things when it comes to GASD network, especially when it comes to the academy. Shameless plug, enrollment for the GASD Academy will be opening soon. And so we are going to be getting real, raw, and relevant with a lot with some topics at the experience. Now we may not be able to really dig down and really get too personal or too raw with things because it is going to be somewhat of an open forum and public platform. But if you really want to be able to dig into and talk talk about some stuff in a more intimate and safe space, a private and safe space, then you strongly would have considered getting enrolled into GASD Academy, because that's where, like Miss Antoinette, like Miss Ann mentioned, if you are a woman of faith and you're struggling with pornography, if you're struggling with fornication, if you're struggling with keeping this mouth under control, and you might have that spirit of wanting to cuss somebody out all the time, like those are things that we talk about and deal with within GASD Academy. Okay, and so as a woman of faith, I've had my own struggles, and I'm not afraid, and I'm willing to share those struggles and how I overcame them, and how I was able to get delivered from them. I'm willing to share those with you, with women who are in that same situation. Because I know that God brought me out to be able to show and be able to show and be an example to others that yes, you may be dealing with this, but you can come out of it and there is victory on the other side. And sometimes, yes, we can see us as women of faith and we may be looking all nice and dressed all nice and looking like everything's tip top shape and like we ain't never been through anything. Honey, let me tell you, okay? I have dealt with some things, okay? So don't let my pretty face fool you, okay? Like they said, a lot of us, we don't look like what we've been through. Yes, your story is your
Yes.
story. My story is my story. When we may not have all dealt with the same things, but we all have dealt with something, and we all have been able to overcome some stuff as well. And so, as someone who has overcame and been able to get victory in a lot of areas, then I want to be able to share that with someone else and be able to help them overcome and get victory in those same areas, right? So that's what it's all about. But anyway, I don't want to get too far into that, but hopefully you all get my point. It's all about being authentic, all about being your true selves. And part of my mission behind GASD Network is to help push women towards fulfilling their kingdom assignment. But in order to fulfill your kingdom assignment, you first have to be real and honest about who you are. Who are you and who God has called you to be? Because you can't even begin to step in and fulfill your kingdom assignment that He has called you to do if you don't first know who you are in Him, right? So you got to first tackle that and deal with that. And so that's one of the things that we do deal with. Again, for anyone that wants to kind of dig deeper and get more into that, or you may want to be a part of an intimate, safe, and private space, offline, away from social media, where you can be able to talk to someone and get that encouragement, accountability, and support, as well as the tools. And I strongly consider that you get enrolled into GASD Academy when the enrollment does open back up. But anyhow, so I do have one final question for you. So Miss Ann, she was an attendee of the GASD virtual experience back in 2021. So I want you to tell those who are listening and tuning in right now, or even for those that are going to come back and watch this replay, tell them um, as far as your experience when you were a part of the virtual experience back in 2021, how that was for you. What were some of the highlights and the things that you enjoyed just being a part of the virtual experience?
Absolutely. So I'm going to be perfectly honest with you because I believe during the virtual experience last year, I'm I'm pretty sure I was getting over being sick. Either I was sick or I was getting over being sick. It was right around that time period. I remember when I got COVID, and I'm the one thing that I significantly remember was thinking, wow, this is a virtual event. I don't know how this is going to work out, right? But one of the things that I significantly remember at the end was this was super fun. I remember it just being super fun. The entertainment that we had, I was shocked. I was literally shocked that I was like, oh. this was really neat, and so um but one of the things that I really remember was just the genuineness, the love, um even in the midst of whatever little technical hiccups we had, it flowed so smoothly. And so one of the things that I can truly say that attending the Grown and Sanctified Diva experience, I can't stress this enough, is the fact that it's not like a typical quote unquote church experience. I know when people hear the term grown and sanctified, the first thing they think about is, oh, this is an overly churchy thing. And it's really not about that. If you don't walk away feeling some sense of empowerment, some sense of knowing that, you know what, yes, I'm a woman of God. No, I'm not perfect, but neither am I condemned because I'm not perfect. You walk away from this experience having a sense of purpose, strength, and direction that no matter what it is that you embark upon, you have a system of support behind you, and that there's going to be a group of women that you're going to meet throughout this experience that you're going to build connections with. And you'll have people that, even if you're not where you want to be, you'll have people now that you can walk and watch and learn from, and you're going to it's going to do nothing but make you a better person. And I have to go back to the Grown and Sanctified Diva Academy, because that's what I was last a part of. And I have to say that, even in my own journey, one of the things that I went into GASD Academy wanting to do was have a deeper relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? And so now I can say, because of the experiences that I went through the academy and the exercises that you had me doing, I now fast the first, second, and third of every month, just water. I never thought I would ever do that, And so, like I said, just being a part of the Grown and Sanctified Diva experience, I believe, especially with the panelists that we have and the keynote speaker, you can't help but walk away from this experience being empowered and being strengthened in your walk. You cannot help. And so, because I know walking away from the last experience, even though it was virtual, I walked away with a sense of knowing, yo, Antoinette, you got to dig a little bit deeper, because you do have purpose in this thing. And so it can't help but to make you a better person. It really can't.
Right, exactly. And so you heard it straight from the horse's mouth, someone that has attended previous experience. And as she said, it was virtual. And so that was the first GASD experience that I hosted, and it was completely virtual. And just as she stated, like, I didn't know what to expect either. And so for her to say that, it was fun for her, it was more than what she expected, especially with the virtual experience. Let me tell y'all, for anybody who has never hosted a virtual event, it definitely is a lot more challenging and harder than hosting anything in person.
Yes.
We all know how technology can be a lot of times. It's unpredictable. It's like you love it and you hate it at the same time. So I'm doing a virtual experience because I know that that's just what comes with it. But overall, I mean, it was great. It's phenomenal. We were able to push through those technical difficulties, and like I said, to have a virtual experience and people still you know are they not only have fun, they enjoy it, but they're also empowered. They walk away with a greater sense of knowing that, hey, I got this, or that they have some really valuable tools and nuggets to really further help them in their journey. And that's what it's all about. So let me just tell you all, the GASD experience this year, it will be two parts. It will be a 2-day experience on Friday, September the 15th, and Saturday, September the 16th. Friday is going to be kind of, it's going to be pretty much our, laid back chill night in a sense. Friday will be the mix and mingle and meet and greet. So this is where you'll have the opportunity to really be able to, get to know me and talk to me, more up close and personal, learn more about me. I'm really a laid back person. For those of you who don't really know me on a personal level, I'm a laid back, I'm reserved, chill, laid back person. And I know sometimes online I may come across as maybe being a little bit, I don't know, stern, harsh, whatever, but I'm really laid back and I'm chill. And I like to have fun as well. And so you'll get to see a little bit, more of that side. If you come on Friday night for the mix and mingle and the meet and greet, that'll be a time, again, for you to not only be able to get to know me a little bit more up close and personal, learn more about me. You'll also have the time to be able to fellowship and socialize with other, other ladies, other women of faith, other grown and sanctified divas or grown and sanctified divas, in training or up and coming. So it's just going to be a great time on that Friday night. So it'll be a time for us to really just kick back and get to know each other. There'll be maybe some icebreaker games. There'll be some giveaways. We'll have some food, some appetizers. This is going to be a great time. And so you don't want to miss Friday night. Saturday is going to be the main event, and so that's where, of course, we'll have the diva discussions panel. But we're going to be kicking things off with a time of prayer. I promise you, our prayer intercessor, I know she's going to bring it in on a real high note, so you don't want to miss that. We're going to have a diva discussions panel. We're gonna, yeah, it's just gonna be so much. We're gonna have our keynote speaker to close things out, and there'll be some other stuff in between. I'm not gonna give away everything. Some stuff is gonna be, some. I'm gonna leave some stuff to be a surprise. But just know that it's gonna be a phenomenal. And this is not gonna be a typical church conference, so to speak. Okay, this is, going to be, definitely without a doubt, it is a faith-based conference, but it's not going to be, a church-like conference in a sense. So yes, there will be a schedule, there will be structure, there will be an itinerary, but I'm giving Holy Spirit room to, flow and do what He do as well. And so again, so come with the open mind, an open heart, ready to have fun, ready to not only be able to socialize and network, but come ready to make divine connections. Come ready to, leave totally different than the way you came, right? And so we're going to get ready to close out in a few, but before we do, I want to let everybody know how you can get registered for the GASD experience. Okay, so registration is still open. The early bird window has already closed. So if you missed that, I'm sorry, that window is already closed. But registration is still at a reasonable rate. We have general registration and we have VIP registration. Okay. And so if you want to get registered, all you have to do is go to the website gasdnetwork.com, and you can click on events. Just go to gasdnetwork.com and click on events. And I'm also going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to put the direct link that'll take you straight to the registration page. I'm going to put it in the comments so that you can just click on that link and go ahead and get registered. So you don't want to wait. Again, you don't want to wait because there is limited seating. And once those seats are full, that's it. There's no more. So go ahead and get registered tonight. Don't delay. Don't delay. Go ahead and get registered for the GASD experience today while registration is still open. Again, we have general and a VIP. Now, if you register as a VIP, let me tell you what you're going to get. Okay. So, as a VIP, you will not only get entry to both days, as well as you will get to have a private meet and greet with me, the founder, and you will also get preferred seating. Okay. So, make sure that, just keep that in mind for anybody who's wondering about, should I register VIP or not? But all that information is included as far as what you get with VIP and what you get if you just register under the uh, general registration, then you'll get entry to both days, and you'll still get your swag bag, but you just won't get the preferred seating as well as the private meet and greet with me. But there will be food provided as well. So there'll be food provided on Saturday, so you don't have to worry about leaving and going to get something to eat. So again, it's just going to be a great time, and I look forward to seeing as many of you there possible. You don't want to miss out again. So go ahead and make sure that you get registered today. You can go to the website, gasdnetwork.com. Just click on events. And also, the link will be posted in the comments as well. But that is everything that I had. Miss Ann, did you want to add anything or close out with anything before we get ready to head out?
I just want to add, if anybody that catches the replay in the next 24 hours, so by 7:57 p.m. Wednesday, if you respond to Chatney by 7:57 p.m. on Wednesday, if you respond to her under the comments in this live and you respond hashtag replay, I want general entry, I will pay for your ticket.
All right, you heard that, Share. So that offer, you said that offer is only good for the next 24 hours, right? So until 7:57 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Wednesday, August the 16th. If anybody that comments with hashtag replay, you said I want general.
I want
Is that what
general
it was?
entry.
Okay, make sure I got it right. Yeah, so you have to put in the comments hashtag replay. I want general entry, and Miss Ann is going to cover the cost of your registration. This is only valid for the next 24 hours, so until 7:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Wednesday the 16th. So you don't want to miss out now, okay? Because everybody may not be offering this, so I'm telling you that's a pretty good offer on the table right there. So make sure
First
that you
come,
do
first
that if
serve.
you want to have the chance of getting your registration covered. Now, are you doing this for just? Are you doing this? It's just one person, right? First come,
One
first
person,
serve.
first come, first serve.
One person. Okay. All right. You heard of the first person to comment hashtag replay. I want general entry is going to get their registration covered by Miss Ann. So definitely take advantage of
And I
that.
tell you what, I'll
Um,
even do this.
Now, I
I'll
think
even
there
do
was a
this. I will pay for one person's ticket. If another person responds and they buy a ticket, I'll pay for a second ticket for them to bring a friend.
okay. Okay, so she said if a second person responds, then if they register, then she'll pay for them to bring a friend along with them. So you all heard that. So all right, now don't miss out on these deals. Don't miss out on these deals because they're only valid for the next 24 hours. All right. So did anybody have any burning questions about anything? You can put it in the comments, or if you don't want to put it in the comments, make sure that you just email me. You can contact me directly. You can shoot me an email to chatney@gasdnetwork.org. That is my email address if you want to reach out to me and get in touch with me if you have a question about the experience. If you are interested in possibly being a sponsor, as a sponsor will be showcased, or it will be announced during the experience. So if you're interested in being a sponsor, possibly also I am in need of volunteers. So if you would like to be a volunteer at the experience and help with anything as far as with setup, breakdown, speaker assistance, or anything else that may be needed during the actual event, I am in need of volunteers. So any information as far as being a sponsor, being a volunteer, or any other questions about the experience, you can email me directly, chatney@gasdnetwork.org. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. I want to thank you all so much for your time on this evening. And thank you so much, Tanika. Thank you so much for tuning in as well. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you being on and for your support. But we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap up. And so I just want to say, you all get in the room. Get in the room. Okay, just get in the room because you are going to be in for a real treat. And let me just say this, I can't say that I'm gonna have this again next year. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. For those of you who say, well, I'm gonna try to make it out next year. You know how we do. And
Right.
so I haven't gotten the clue whether or not this is going to be an annual event. So I don't want you to be banking on that, okay? Don't be banking on that. You want to get in the room this year. You want to get in the room this year and go ahead and get registered tonight. Tonight, okay? Do not delay. But I want to thank you all so much for your time on tonight. And I just want to say, I would love to see you there at the GASD experience. For those of you that have been connected to GASD Network and you never met me in person, I want to just be able to, love on you in person, give you a hug, just really be able to just sit down and get to know some of you all. And that's really what it's all about as well. So, like I said, I'm a real approachable and friendly person. And so, again, I would love to be able to meet and connect and get to know a lot of you all in person. So don't miss out on this chance because we don't know what next year may hold. We don't even know if we'll be able to even gather in person again. Okay, let's just keep it 100. All right. So I'm not going to even get into that on tonight because we've already been on here, quite a while. I don't want to be on here for another half an hour or so, but that's just the way it is, So again, go ahead and get registered. Take advantage of the deals, the offer that Miss Ann put on the table, and stay tuned because there may be some other offers as well. So, and you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and do this as well because I'm feeling generous tonight. Okay, so for anyone that if you put in the comments, the first person that can put the name of my daughter's name, put the name of my daughter, and put I want general entry, I will cover your ticket. The first person, you have to put the name of my daughter and then put I want general entry and I will cover your ticket as well. Okay? So those are the rules. Those are the directions. It's very important that we follow directions, right? Follow it. If you don't follow the instructions, then you're not going to get the free ticket. And I know Miss Ann is the same and agrees. If you don't follow instructions, you're not going to get the free ticket. Okay. So if you
Yes.
want her to cover your if you want to get a free ticket from her, put hashtag replay. I want general entry. If you want me to cover a ticket, put what my daughter's name is and put I want general entry. And the first person that does that for either of those, they will get the free ticket to the GASD experience. It is
And
only
the
valid
other
for the
one
next
is
24 hours. So you all don't. The
the
other
other
one
one is the
is
first person that buys a
if
ticket
someone else
get a second
comments that
ticket
they
free.
want general entry, the first person that buys a ticket, then they'll get a second ticket for free. Okay, so that's a buy one, get one free for the second person to put the hashtag replay. I want general entry. Okay. So as they say, all signs are clear. And we're going to go ahead and let you all go. But let me just say thank you so much to those of you that tuned in live, or if you're watching the replay, definitely you want to put your hashtag replay and follow instructions if you want to get that free ticket. But you can still like, comment, and share even if you are registered. viewer. And so again, go ahead and get registered ASAP. Don't wait. I know we're really bad about putting things off, but don't wait. Go ahead and secure your seat now. And so that's all of my time on tonight. I thank you all for yours, and I hope that you have a great rest of your evening, a wonderful week. And I just want to virtuous and anointed. All right, so go in peace and make it a wonderful week. All right, take care. Love you all to life.